Hello, everyone. I'm Mario Hilario from NBC 10. Welcome to a Food Podcast, a place you can come to hear all about the great things happening on the local food scene, the wonderful restaurants we have, the local companies making delicious food products, the fun community events that highlight local cuisine. Joining me now is JoAnn D'Aurio of JoJo's Cupcakes to talk about her delicious creations. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
So tell us, first of all, how you got started doing this.
So I started baking just for my family and friends, just for fun, my coworkers. And then one day, someone at my work said, "Hey, can you make cupcakes for my daughter? I'll pay you." And I was like, "Pay me?" But that's a concept?
Yeah, right.
So I did it. And then from there, it just steamrolled into getting bigger and bigger and growing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I started, and then I bought the cupcake truck a few years later, and it just got even bigger.
Yeah, so you're an actual cupcake truck, and
do.
You make them right in the truck?
The truck is a full kitchen inside. It has the stove, the baker's rack, everything's in there. So it's fun.
Yeah, and where do you go with the truck?
I go where I'm invited. So I'm always invited to either big events like weddings, graduations, showers, town events, things like that. Sometimes I'll go to festivals and food truck events. Yeah,
so a lot of different activities and fun events.
Yeah.
And was it daunting at all to kind of start on, do this on your own and
it was a leap of faith.
Yeah.
It really is a leap of faith. But I thought, if I don't do it now, I may regret it later. And I followed my dream. I loved baking, and I still do after all these years. People say, "Do you still love it? Is it still fun?" Yes. It's still fun, and I still love it. Love what you do and do what you love.
Yeah, and you never work a day in your life.
You never work a day in your life, exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
Yep.
So how many different cupcake varieties do you have?
Cupcake Fridays?
Varieties,
I'm so sorry. I have 30 flavors of cupcakes, and I also make every cupcake into a cake. And I also have whoopie pies, and I do what I call cake bombs. So it's a cake pop, but no stick. Oh. So I don't use the stick. So they're big. They're the size of a big old, round golf ball, say. Yeah. And I just dunk them in the chocolates, and I decorate them like a cake pop.
Ooh.
So they're called cake bombs.
Oh, I like that. Mm-hmm. And they explode with flavor.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you can make any of your cupcake flavors into a full-blown cake.
Yes, absolutely. And same with whoopie pies. I just can't do whipped creams or cream cheeses, but I make whoopie pies with the original marshmallow, and I do peanut butter, red velvet, Chips Ahoy, Funfetti. Everything's a whoopie pie.
Wow. Yeah. So you always love to bake?
I come from a big Italian family, so lots of bakers and cooks, and I can remember being a little girl, being maybe 3 years old, sitting at the kitchen table with my mom rolling Anjanette cookies, the Italian cookies, and dipping them and putting the jimmies on them. So I just have always loved to bake and cook.
Yeah. And you were interesting because you told me you've done some television work before, huh? Tell me about that.
Yes, when I lived in Connecticut, because I'm originally from Connecticut, I did a TV show, a community show, which I loved. I brought on people just like you do, and then I did a live show. For 8 years, I was on television in Connecticut. Wow. Yeah, fun.
Did you do any cooking during the show?
No, I did not. I wish I thought of it then. But yeah. I always said I should have did a cooking show.
Yeah. Well, now you're doing a live show for people, right?
Yeah, kind of go exactly. I do cupcake decorating parties.
Okay.
Yeah,
tell me about that.
I have I bring the cupcakes so they don't have to bake. And I bring all the buttercreams and the shots and the flavors. And so the ladies sit around and they decorate their own cupcakes. And they have a lot of fun. I mean, they don't look perfect, but they're still taking home a half a dozen of their own creations. So it's fun. We have a lot of fun. We have wine parties. We have all kinds of different things. Yeah.
Well, so much fun. Yeah, it's a great way to get together with people.
Yes. And when COVID hit, it kind of stopped. So now it's starting all over again because people are getting together again. So it's starting back up again.
Nice.
I've done it in schools too. I go to schools.
Oh, tell me about that.
So I've been to schools where the kids, sit around and they get mini cupcakes because I do minis, and they decorate the creations they make. They just plop everything on. It's so funny. And they just make their own creations and they take home their mom and dad, a dozen mini cupcakes at the end. They have a lot of fun.
That's so great. Yeah. Do you get invited into the schools?
Yes,
or, yeah.
I get invited to the schools.
Yeah. Talk about how much fun is that? The kids must
fun.
love that.
I know, and senior centers.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I know. I love it too. That's the thing. I love watching them. They bring smiles to me. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so you really run the gamut in terms of from school-age children to seniors.
Right.
And everyone loves to get involved.
Who doesn't love cupcakes, right?
Exactly.
And then they get to decorate their own.
That's the fun part.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go over some of the variety. I know you
Yes.
mentioned so many. We have just some of them here.
Yeah.
Of course, we're going to start with my favorite because I see my favorite ingredient. Tell me about this.
That is a maple cupcake with maple buttercream, fried the bacon, and I drizzle chocolate on top.
Oh my gosh. Now, do you normally have this, or was this just for?
That's on the menu.
It is
but
on the
that
menu.
was just for you. Yeah, because I know you love bacon. It's a big bite.
It's really good.
Thank you so much.
I love the maple and the bacon combination.
Yeah.
You said your favorite, which I think will soon become my
Yeah.
favorite too, is the cannoli. Tell me about this.
Cannoli. So that's comes in chocolate and vanilla. I make my own ricotta adigot filling, and I put the mini morsels inside, and I smother it in whipped cream and a cherry on top.
Oh my gosh, it tastes just like a cannoli.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, that's
can
my
see.
signature cupcake.
it is. Yeah,
Yeah, and my cake. Yes.
very delicious. And of course, any good Italian
Lemon.
cook uses lemon, right? Tell me about
Exactly.
this.
That's a lemon cupcake with a lemon filling, and that's a limoncello almond on top. So, just kind of like after you eat your cupcake, you get a little extra treat.
That was really good. This filling is really good too. The lemon.
Thank you.
Very, very good.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And this is
Peanut
peanut butter.
That is my most popular cupcake.
Oh, it is. I'm
On
not
the
surprised.
truck and off the truck. The peanut butter is my most popular cupcake. It's a chocolate cupcake with peanut butter buttercream, and I do it many ways. I put Nutter Butters on top. I put Reese Pieces on top. I put Big Reese's on top. Whatever works for the
whatever
customer.
works. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Now that in the whoopie pie is the most popular. The peanut butter whoopie pie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I couldn't see that.
Yeah.
I love peanut butter and
Do-
chocolate. Yeah, I love that combo.
Yeah, so do I.
I love peanut butter in general. And you're so pretty too. Like
Oh,
you
thank
really
you.
like.
Yeah.
What is this one?
That is an orange creamsicle. So that's an orange flavored cupcake. And I kind of swirl the vanilla and the orange flavor just to make it look like a real creamsicle. I think you're going to like this one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This takes me back to my childhood because I remember growing up in the summers, loved the creamsicles.
Exactly.
It tastes just like it.
Yes, exactly. I like the swirl so it looks like a creamsicle.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And what else? I'm going to start getting a tummy ache, but
Snickers, if you like caramel.
okay,
Yeah.
I do love caramel.
Okay,
So
then
Snickers like the
Snickers.
candy bar?
Chocolate cupcake, caramel buttercream, caramel and chocolate on top, and then I add the Snickers candies.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
it's so good.
Thank you.
So, how do you come up with these are so creative, they're delicious and they look great.
Thank you.
How do you come up with your ideas of what you're going to put in a cupcake?
I just think about what, people want, especially kids, and myself. I'm like, would I like that? Would I want to eat that? And I just come up with different flavors, and I try to make them different and be different, and yeah, and I hope I do a good job with it. Now the Oreo, the cookies and cream that you see there, I do that in Oreo cheesecake.
Ooh.
So it's cream cheese with the cookie
with
on
the
top.
cookie on top.
And I
That
do a
must
red
be
velvet. I
delicious.
didn't bring you red velvet. I should have.
That's okay. That's
Yeah.
right. These are amazing.
Thank you.
Now, do you take any kind of, if someone has a certain request, special request or
Yes.
something specific they want?
I
are you
do.
able
I
to
also do
that?
gluten-free. So I have a lot of gluten-free customers. So I do a nice gluten-free cupcake. And everything you see here can be gluten-free. I just make sure I buy the right ingredients, and I make sure everything is gluten-free. And I do special requests. Yes, I do. I did 19,000 cupcakes last year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm already surpassing last year's totals. So I just I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know you also brought in some cupcakes.
Yes,
Yes. Tell me
yes.
about those.
So these are healthy cupcakes for dogs. So there's carrots, applesauce, banana, oats. Everything's healthy. And I put a little peanut butter on top. And 25% of my sales go to Vintage Pet Rescue. I know.
I love them. They do such
I
great
know,
work.
I know. So this March, 50% of my sales goes to Vintage. I called March the Vintage Pet Rescue Month. So
Yeah.
people just ordered and ordered and ordered, and I'm happy because I'll see Kristen, and I'm going to have a nice check for her.
That is great.
Yeah,
That is great.
I love them.
And what made you decide you wanted to do that?
I visited them, and once you get to see those
Yes.
senior dogs, your
Mhm.
heart falls in love, and I thought I need to help them.
Yeah.
They do such good work.
Yeah.
I know.
Was it hard to come up with a recipe that was pet friendly?
Well,
Not
no,
really.
I just thought about my dog
Yeah.
Lola at the time. I
Yeah.
thought about what she would want, and I
Mhm.
just started experimenting and came up with this one. And the best part is if you only have one dog, they can be frozen
Oh,
and
yes.
taken out for later.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yes.
Because I have to have Rocco try these.
Yeah,
For sure. He loves peanut butter.
Oh, good.
Which is
yeah,
good.
Yeah, so you can freeze the rest and then give them a treat later.
Now, is this one of those dog treats that humans can eat as well?
It's funny because you can call them vegan, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one of my customers said her son did eat one by accident. She left the house, came back, one was gone. She said, "Where's the pupcake?" He said, "Pupcake?" He said, "I ate it." And he said it was delicious.
It's delicious. Yeah, yeah. Right.
Because it's all human ingredients, so
Right.
nothing fake. So
Yeah.
it's funny.
That's great. Well, only the best for our fur babies,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So, if people want, you can do like large orders for parties and different
Oh
things.
gosh,
You do,
yes,
yeah.
absolutely. 2 weeks ago, in 1 week, I did 44 dozen.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, because it's getting to the season now of the holidays. It was St. Patrick's Day. Now Easter's coming.
Easter.
So yeah, it gets really busy.
Yeah, and you do like can you do weddings? And
I do
things?
lots of weddings.
Yeah.
I have 8 weddings booked so far this year.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you seeing the trend like in terms of people want cakes or do they want cupcakes?
Well, I'm seeing the trend of the bride and groom want a cutting cake, and that's it. There's no more of that tiers. They don't want the big fancy tiers with the poles and all that. They're just doing a cutting cake, and they're doing cupcake towers.
Yes.
Which is good for me, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I love it. And I set them up. I do everything for them.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
How far in advance if someone wants to contact you to book you up? Yeah.
Well, way in advance they do. I already have 2 weddings for 2024.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm like, I don't even have my calendar for that year yet. But I'm just, so yeah, they book me way in advance. But some people are last minute too, and I can accommodate.
Yeah, if you're able to.
If I'm able to, I really do, because I understand things happen in life and they need somebody right away, so I do my best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you like cupcakes?
I do. My cannoli's my favorite
Yes.
too. That would be and peanut butter.
Yeah.
But I try to watch my girlish figure.
It must be so hard to be around, or is it easy because you around it so much that you're like, oh, I'm sick of
Well,
it?
here's what we call it: no BLTs, bites, licks, tastes.
Mm-hmm.
So you try not
Not
to
too-
do that too much.
Yes,
Just
yeah.
keep your consistency, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. I would fail miserably at that, but that's me.
Yeah.
So, well, that's great. So how can folks find you?
Yeah.
Do you have a website? You're on social media?
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, all the social media platforms. JoJo's Cupcakes. You can email me, text me, call me, whatever's easier.
All your info's on there.
All my info is on there,
And
yes.
It's JoJo.
S.
Apostrophe S.
Yep, Cupcakes.
Cupcakes.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. JoAnn. I was going to call you
That's
JoJo.
okay. Everybody does.
Yeah, well.
I don't think few people know my name. so-
Actually, yeah, right. Exactly. JoAnn D'Aurio, JoJo's Cupcakes. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for having me. It was a great time.
Yep, and I have to try some. You mentioned the whoopie pies and some of the
Yes.
other things, so I definitely
Yes.
have to
Perfect.
have
I'll bring
you
you
come
some.
back and try some more stuff.
Yeah.
So, all right, check JoAnn out. JoJo's Cupcakes. They will make you go, mmm.